So I've gotten this question about agile project management in my project management classes. They say, hey Klaus, so what is it? Project management, but we also hear this thing about agile, scrum, and what is that? So in this small video, I'll take a little bit of an introduction to what it is and where it differs from the traditional project management. Agile project management is a category. So whenever you hear about Scrum, extreme programming, Kanban, feature development, Crystal, etc., it's more or less the same that they're talking about, or at least it's the same frame of mind or the same general approach that we are looking at here. Agile in essence means that we do something quickly, but what does it actually mean? There are 4 characteristics of this agile project management. The first one is that it's an iterative process. What does this mean? Well, it means that we continue, we repeat our steps. So we don't have a plan which starts from A and then goes all the way through C. We have these steps and then we go around and around and around. I'll get a little bit back to what that means in practice. Then it's also something that we use when we have uncertain specifications. Quite often when we're working with a customer, we see, okay, it's this thing that we need to deliver at this time. If the time frame is okay, the specifications are well defined, it's something that we've done before, well, let's just do it. However, sometimes the time frame is uncertain, maybe the time frame is long, the world can change. Then we need a different approach because we need to be able to update the scope of our product. We might need to figure out what the scope is. So therefore we have uncertain specifications. One of the critical requirements for running an agile project is that there is an intensive client interaction. We need to talk to the customer for this project continuously, because we continuously update the specifications. We continuously adapt the resources in this. And that also means that we continuously plan. Of course, we do have a general plan that we can use. We have an idea approximately here we should be done, approximately these specifications, and approximately this budget. But we continuously update it, we continuously plan in details. We don't have the details for the full plan just yet. All right, so remember these 4 characteristics to evaluate whether you should run an agile project management or a regular traditional project management process. There's also this Agile Manifestos, and it's something to think about and whether you buy into or not. Agile Manifesto says that it's individuals and interactions over processes and tools. It's working solution over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, and responsive to change over following a plan. For some projects, as you hear, the first part is good. You have and you need some working solution, but maybe not so important in the comprehensive documentation. Think about a drug development, medical systems. Well, we need very thorough documentation. Then we cannot just do whatever fits right now. There's also collaborations. How close are you to the customer? Can you set the contract negotiations aside and just work with them? Or do you need to safeguard yourself and they need to safeguard themselves? And therefore we need a complex contract ruling this project. If that's the case, well, we're in the other ones. And then, how much do we know? Do we need to change things? Do we have the full picture of what it is? And some might say that's an illusion to have the full picture. And to some extent, I would agree. But you can have it in more or less of a degree. All right? The 12 principles of Agile, I'm not going to go through all of them in detail, but it is this value mentality. We create the value through continuous delivery. we have multiple small deliverables. We are working with these changing requirements. We deliver our solutions frequently, or part solutions. We work with the business people or other user stakeholders who's going to use the project, who's going to see the effects of this project. Thinking back about your regular project management, here I told you that it was the project goals which was the responsibility of the project manager, but the project value was the responsibility of the project owner. In the Agile methodology, we mix things together, and it's all the goal for both the project owner and the project manager to create value, to create a usable solution. It focuses on creating results, face-to-face communication, and that's one of the key things. We do have a lot more stakeholder communication in an Agile process to make sure we are on track towards our final goal. It's also a different way of approaching the management. We are primarily looking at self-led teams which figure out what to prioritize this week and what to prioritize next week. So we also adjust the project practices. So one week this might be the one way we do it, and next week we've learned, okay, that was not the way. We do it in a different way. Agile came and has been popularized in the IT development because it's really, really difficult to figure that out, what it should be, how to solve a specific problem. But it's also been going out into multiple other different areas where there is a high level of uncertainty about what it is that you're going to deliver. So that was the small introduction to the Agile project management methodologies. See you in the next video.